Yep.
All right, we're here with Mariah Stackhouse. Mariah, I think you're kind of our host for the week. We're here in your home city of Atlanta. You've got KPMG on the hat. This has to be a big, exciting week for you to finally get here. How are you feeling right now?
You said it as well as I could. I'm incredibly excited. This does very much feel like a hometown event for me. It is a hometown event, and I actually have a bit of history practicing out at this facility. Not playing the course as much, but I spent a lot of my junior days out here practicing on the weekends. So I actually feel like I have a lot of support from the membership as well. So this definitely has the vibes of a home course event.
When we were here for Media Day, I saw your smiling face hanging up in the practice area. And you mentioned the members. We had Carrie Haig and Heather Daly Donofrio in here before you and said they were playing off mats for the last 6 weeks to make sure the course was ready for you guys. What does that mean to you to hear how much you've got the membership, not just the club, like the ownership, et cetera, but the membership behind you to bring this world's best event here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is a really storied course, and you can tell that the members are incredibly proud of this facility, of this golf course. And so I think the excitement to host this women's major, I could feel it. This year in particular, I've come out a few times in the last few months to play the course, and every single member I went by was good luck. We're excited to have you all, have a great event, and you can tell. So that hitting off the mats and honestly sparsely playing this course in the weeks leading up to the event was a show of dedication and how excited and honored the membership is to host this event, and we are to be here as well.
Tell us about Atlanta Athletic Club. I know you said it's still pretty new to you as a competitive course, but having spent time here, what are your thoughts on this course? We're hearing long, we're hearing challenging, we're hearing bunkers, we're hearing all sorts of stuff. What kind of challenges does this course present?
I think this is a strategic and shot-making course from tee to green. I think the fairways, because of how tough the greens are and the areas around the greens, are relatively generous. I told my caddy, if you hit it in a bunker out here, you hit it in a bunker, because it's designed to give you a chance, a fair shot into the green, because that's where the quality and the strength of the course really comes into play, is around these greens. So you're going to see people, I think, having a lot of shots from the fairway, but not even being able to sleep from there. You've really got to think your entire way around this golf course. The greens are super fast. There's about 7 greens out here that you absolutely cannot be above the pin, or you're going to have a rough time. And so it's just knowing that and being comfortable with it. And I think the players that spent the time around the green getting really comfortable this week, it's going to show in competition.
Awesome. We'll open up for questions. We'll go to Jeff.
Knowing this course as well as you do, I would think the finish here really sets up for some great drama. So once you get to that 15th tee and you're facing that, could you kind of take us through the finish? And
once you get to 15, it's a long par 3, water up the right side, a bunker lining a left, a bunker in the back. And I think that's a hole where you take your medicine. If you got a perfect club in, then that back right shot, okay, you're feeling good, you're hitting it well, go for it. But that's one where you take your medicine. If it's in the front, you just hit it right into the center of that, putt over to wherever the pin is. In the back or in the right, just kind of hit something short of that mound, roll it over, and give yourself a opportunity for birdie. 15, or 16, you're headed back up that hill on the par 4. I think the tee shot is pretty fair. And then take your medicine on that approach shot. Find the center of the green. That's another one you really do not want to be above the pin. So front center there, I think, is the smart play. And, like I said, have an opportunity for birdie, easy par. And that's what you're looking at those coming in. And then I think 17, definitely a challenging par 3. But with the downhill, if you've got a good number in your hand, I think you can potentially get one back there with a quality iron shot. So it's a fair one, gives you an opportunity for whatever might have happened, 15 and 16. Mm-hmm. And then 18, another one. It's they play it back. It's a 3-shot hole. If they play it up, depending on whether or not it's been raining, how soft or how firm the fairways are, you could have a good shot at 2. So that's going to be kind of a risk-reward set up there when they move that tee up. But another hole to, if you're not going for that green, lay it up to a good location, good number in, and have some fun. I think the approach shots into 18 really suck back. And, so like you said, those are some fun holes. I think they offer a great challenge. And if you're where you need to be off the tee, then you're in a good position to play them smartly.
Is that exciting set up as a reachable hole? I mean, is that Certainly a challenging shot into that smallish green.
Yeah, for 18 here?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a rule actually for 12 and 18 this week, and it's if I'm a yard outside of 200, I'm not even considering.
Oh, okay.
Because you kind of want to come in with some height into those greens as well if you're going for it. Yeah. And so everybody will kind of have their own strategy, but yeah, I agree with you 100%. I don't want to be coming in howling with a low shot because then you're in that back bunker, but I also don't want to be pushing it from the fairway. So I think that's when you go for in 2 if you've got a nice smooth swing.
Nice.
Yeah.
You have so much going on this week, very busy. How do you how do you separate all you have off the course and making sure you get all the work done on the golf course?
I think I actually took care of a little bit of that stress in the weeks leading up, or the last few months actually. So prior to this year, I'd maybe played this golf course a total of 2 times my entire life. And so what I really wanted to do was, since I'm here in the off weeks, it's such a short drive for me to get over here. I wanted to, I reached out to PGA and tried to get out every now and then and get comfortable with the course. And I think that's been a huge help for me this week because as my caddy and I have gone along, it's less like I'm studying and more so like I'm just familiarizing myself with the conditions now that they're going to play for the tournament. But I already know, okay, this is where you don't want to be. This is the landing area on that hole. So it kind of relaxed me a bit, and I don't feel I don't feel the need to be as studious on the course as I would have had I not gotten familiar with that already. Right. So I think that makes the off-course obligations a bit more stressful because I don't feel like I need to be out here 24/7. Right. I'm just trying to get used to the speed of the tournament greens, and that's the biggest difference.
Nice.
So you're standing here with us right now. Something else KPMG is doing right now, they've got the Women's Leadership Summit that just kicked off. I know you've been involved with that and with their Future Leaders program. If you could tell us some about what KPMG has done for this event and how proud it is to you to be one of their ambassadors pushing to grow opportunities for women in the game.
Absolutely. I think through this event, the courses that KPMG has gotten us onto for the last few years, I think right off the rip when they took sponsorship of this event, it was like, okay, we want to host a women's major, but we want to elevate the majors and the courses that we travel to and get the opportunity to play. And I think from the course experience to the facilities that we're practicing on, and even the off-course experience, our dining experience, our player hospitality, it has really been first class each and every year. And I think this is a tournament that we're all excited to because we know it's going to feel like we're walking onto a PGA event this week. You just feel really special and you feel like you're playing at a major championship. And so I think that that's a testament to their dedication. And then, through, like you mentioned, the Future Leaders Program, the Women's Summit, it's not just about elevating women in golf, women in sport. It's about elevating women across the board in the corporate world as well. And so I think I'm really proud to just be a part of Team KPMG, an ambassador, and the work that they're actually doing. It's not just about saying, hey, we're going to invest in women. You see the steps that they're taking to put, as the saying goes, your money and your intentions where your mouth are. And it's a great testament to their support.
In another place, they're putting their support inside the ropes is with this new stats program, which I am so excited about. I'm geeking out over it. I can only imagine what it means to you players to know you're finally going to be able to say, yeah, I'm a good putter, or I'm a good from this, but now we actually have a way to actually show it.
Yeah.
That's got to be really cool for you.
Yeah, I think that's going to be cool, not only for us to be able to analyze our games with much further detail, but I think that's going to be fun for the fans as well. I think they'll get a better insight into, not only how the tour shakes up overall, but how their favorite players are playing from certain areas. And it's going to be fantastic from a player experience, a caddy experience, and a fan experience. And it's really just going to elevate the tour and the statistics that we have available all around. So it's awesome.
Really cool. Do you have more down there, Jeff?
I know you have a big 4 days ahead here, but I know Monday's a big day too. What's your relationship with Renee, and how inspired are you by what she's done?
Yes. So what Jeff's talking about is the Renee Powell Clearview Legacy Benefit that's going to be hosted at Bobby Jones Golf Course in Atlanta Monday and put on by KPMG and the LPGA. And, Renee, the second black woman player on the LPGA Tour and truly a pioneer for the game of golf and growing the game for women, for kids, for minorities in this sport. And she's one of my biggest inspirations. And I always say that I recognize everything that she endured through her time at the LPGA to make my experience, so much better, and so much fun and relaxing and a lot easier than it would have been for herself. So that's one of the reasons she's such a big inspiration and a huge inspiration. And I think this tournament, the 75th anniversary of that foundation and her golf club, and, just the world of golf, showing her flowers while she's here and dedicating to preserving that legacy. I think it's incredibly special. It's going to be a great event. And for anyone interested, I encourage you to look it up and see ways that you can get involved and support.
Excellent.
We have two final questions, and then we'll let you go. They're both coming off the Zoom. The first one, we're hearing this golf course is so difficult. It's wet, it's long, it's challenging. And this is actually a question that's coming from some junior golfers.
Okay.
How do you shake off a mistake? How do you shake off a bogey, a double bogey? You try not to make them. They're going to happen. How do you shake it off?
I think, one of the ways that I like to shake it off is, I think it's tough, right? Because in golf, it's a game of, it's a calm game, and it's a game where we emphasize sportsmanship. And so you kind of want to stray away from outbursts and things like that. But as an athlete, we have to let off our steam. And so I think it's about mentally figuring out a way, okay, I'm going to allow myself 10, 15 seconds to feel what I feel about that shot. And then as I'm walking towards that next shot, look at where you are and go ahead and start assessing the possibilities. Go ahead and refocus your mind on what's going to be ahead of you and resetting. I think that's the key. As long as you've left it behind after that shot, feel it. I won't tell anybody, you got to just pick it up and move on. That's impossible. We're humans. We feel. It's about managing that feel, accepting it, and then focusing on that next shot. I think that's what works for me.
And that's so much more than just on the golf course, right?
Right.
And then final question. We're seeing so many first-time winners right now. Matilda a few weeks ago, Yuka before that. I know you're still looking for that first-time win. It seems like the game has gotten so much wider. How hard is it to play out there among some of these best players in the world?
You're absolutely right, Christina. The tour gets deeper and deeper, wider every single year. And I think, like you said, every single year you see more and more first-time winners. And so I think what that's showing is the depth of the tour is increasing. And at this point, it really doesn't matter where anybody are in the rankings. You know that each player out here has the capacity to connect at the right time, at the right week. And so I think you see each of us showing up every week with the understanding that this could be my week. Let's study the golf course. Let's get comfortable. And let's stay positive the whole time we're out there. And I think that the more you see those first-time winners, the more every single one of us believes it. And that's why you're seeing it happen more and more.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Mariah. Always love chatting with you. Enjoy
You
the
too,
week. Hope
Tina.
you get some rest.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Bye, everyone.
All right. And we'll have Nasahat